So, what is a digital consultant? Now, when I present myself in front of an audience during a talk, networking events, I say that I'm the CEO of DevriX and a digital consultant. And lots of people come and ask me, like, what the hell is this digital consultant for? What do you do for a living? And all that jazz. And in fact, when I was kind of looking for the type of services that I go through on an ongoing basis with consulting with clients, I did some research trying to figure out what's the right entity and what's the right naming of that position. And I went through a similar effort back when I established myself as a WordPress architect several years ago, because it's a little bit more special. It involves a few additional specialties, so to speak, and therefore, I needed a designation title in order to do that. So once I kept reading and looking for different people dealing with what I do for a living as well, I found out that digital consultancy is precisely what I'm actually entitled to do when doing consulting activities with different clients. Now, in a nutshell, digital consultancy is an activity that really helps connecting business strategy to implementation across different digital fields, meaning that when you think about a web project, something that happens in the digital space, it usually involves a wide set of activities. This could be web development, design, marketing, branding, strategy, monetization, memberships, and a bunch of other things that happen on a kind of on an ongoing basis. And most businesses, especially those that are not large corporations with thousands of people, they always have missing pieces of the puzzle. They may have departments dealing with development, with design, with marketing, but oftentimes there are small departments where they can't really figure out what's the right link and what's the right symbiosis in order to make it work. So digital consultants do unify the corporate brand of a business. We can kind of assess and gauge what really needs to be improved. Are there any discrepancies between what you can see online and offline and across different outlets of a business? This meaning assessing design assets and picking the right technological solutions for a given platform, such as picking the right solution for an e-commerce and then website and the backend system and the post terminal and a bunch of other things. Helping with building the short-term and the long-term marketing strategies, meaning that hitting short-term goals and also how this aligns with the long-term development of the strategy in a nutshell, helping out with inbound marketing efforts or outbound, depending on the specialty of the consultant, suggesting different tools and services that could be used for automation, such as, let's say Buffer or Zapier or whatever it is for a business, because different businesses, some need ERPs or CRMs or marketing automation softwares, helping out with PR, marketing, and networking activities, because we are quite active online. We do have a network of journalists, PR experts, editors of different magazines, and essentially just bundling all of that together is something that we do more or less for a living in our capacities as digital consultants. And I can recollect a bunch of on-site meetings where we do sit on a specific table, meeting a client in a consulting capacity, and they do have people from different departments, a designer, a developer, DevOps guy, a PR, a marketer, whatever it is, a bunch of different people discussing their goals and their strategy, but being unable to kind of find the right fit for how to connect a bunch of different pieces, or what is the right symbiosis between their ideas, and which ideas could be implemented properly within their organization, and how to actually make it work together as a whole, as a team. So that's in a nutshell what a digital consultant does. And there are, especially for small and medium-sized businesses, talking, businesses of 50 people, 100 people, 200 people. And sometimes we actually work with some small enterprises of about 50 people who generate, 8 figures of revenue. So this could be a very successful business, just, bootstrapping a specific vertical and trying to differentiate, trying to scale horizontally, aiming for a new niche or trying to penetrate a new market space. Sometimes we do have successful businesses, for example, outside of the WordPress field, meaning that they've been widely successful in e-commerce or with another CMS or hosting solutions, but they can't really enter the WordPress market. So those are just some of the ideas of types of businesses where digital consultants can be applicable and can be really helpful for. So the first reason why digital consultants are helpful, without aiming to do any sort of self-promotion, I'm talking about the field as a whole, is the broad industry experience. The whole idea of offering digital consultancy means that people dealing with that, they have wide expertise across several different verticals. So you can get a marketing guy or a gal who's very kind of prolific in design as well. They also know the technical foundations of different things and have worked in several tech corporations, so they can use their marketing know-how and know how to sell it, how to promote it, intertwine it with PR activities and whatnot. Or you can get a systems guy, someone dealing with networks or servers, who happens to be a great speaker, so they have these event management skills, and they also have a large network of people in different industries. You get the drill. The point is that you get one person with several specialties understanding the white space. Second one is cost-effective mentorship. Like I said, most meetings that I tend to attend, they have 5, 6, 7, up to 10 people on the different end, meaning on the client's end, from people with different specialties. I'm fairly comfortable conducting meetings myself because I can comfortably talk about a bunch of different topics and put the pieces together, since I've dealt with most of them myself, with the exception of design and a few other activities where I don't feel that comfortable myself. Then there's the high-end digital strategy. Whenever you're suggesting high-end strategy in the first place, again, you need to put all the pieces together. Like you say, okay, we need a web platform, but this platform probably needs to go with a underlined layer that deals with this. This all has to be in line with the corporate branding strategy. Then it needs to do this. We need to connect it to the marketing automation software that's used by other departments in this industry. Basically putting the pieces together. Sometimes it's web design and development advice. And again, this depends on the core skill sets of a digital consultant, because some people have strengths in certain areas, others have in others. So this kind of complements one another. So with that matter, you may say, well, this is a great platform, or this trend is outdated, or this trend is actually better because your customers and your buyer personas, your target audience, is actually more outdated. So the sites they visit look like this. So you don't want to look too differently from them, because it's going to be confusing. Probably you're talking to a different audience if you're branding yourself in that manner. This also touches on marketing growth. As digital consultants, what we normally do is we work with a large set of clients in different industries, in different niches. We gather ideas, we educate ourselves on different fields of study, and this helps us kind of apply ideas from one field to another field. Like just as an example, one of the fields of artificial intelligence that's really popular and is trying to kind of get more up to speed is transferable knowledge or transferable learning, which is understanding something for one industry and being able to apply it for other industries or niches. Right now, robots simply cannot do that very well because they need a training set of data for each industry and vertical. There's also the ongoing strategy review. I do have some clients that call me once a month or once a couple months. So we set the strategy, we do some KPIs, we do some reviews, and once the business keeps scaling, we just, again, measure those, see what went well, what went wrong, what are the fields that really have to be pushed forward with additional resources, where do we need to realign the strategy, what worked, what's the feedback and customer kind of support, and a bunch of other things. And the last bit, which is something that I call amplified influence. Again, digital consultants, we get all of our business online, meaning that we need to maintain a reputable online presence. And as a result, we have grown a network of, like I said earlier, journalists, editors, just media, participating in some form of a community, and kind of growing our network organically. So sometimes, and some of the things that our clients and my own clients really enjoy is the ability to have partnerships in place, or just contacts with people who are very more or less influential in the industry. For example, let's say in the WordPress space could be putting authors or owners of hosting companies or other kind of pieces of the puzzle that you can really help with. You can make an intro, you can probably get some priority support or something else that's kind of really helpful for the business. So that's in a nutshell digital consulting. It really entails a broad set of activities. Some people do often compare it to entrepreneurship simply because it's really diverse. It means that you need to understand how businesses works. You need to understand business strategy and digital consulting and a few other fields like marketing or design or development. Not necessarily all of them, but a bunch of them. And as a result, again, you can achieve better results and you can speed up the growth strategy of a business with just a few hours a month, which again is super lucrative. If you have any other questions about digital consulting, let me know in the comments below.